So let's try this setup on this teeny tiny balcony with the air conditioning in the background. And I can already hear Tom complain, "You need a microphone! Bloody hell!" Yeah. It's about to rain, and it is already raining. Yeah, okay, so sorry guys, it's a tryout. Welcome to my channel, where I talk about and talk into conscious awareness from lived experience. Lately, I've been recording a series called Staying Sane in a World Gone Mad, usually revolved around a single subject or a single insight, and then I unpack it. But this is the short version, the condensed version around this single insight. If you prefer me just talking, in length, the link is in the description. So lately I've been producing really good content, apparently. And my thumbnails are getting better and easier to recognize now that I use like a single title on top. How to stay sane in a world gone mad. I think that's very relatable to a lot of people. Whether you're spiritual or not, whether you're awakened or not, I think many realize what a crazy world it is we're living in, and what a crazy times there are. And how do you keep your sanity? I mean, it's so easy to, get confused. Because all that you've been taught in school haven't really been helpful that much throughout your life. So many people, when they get a little bit older, they often say, I wish they had told me this. I wish they had told me that. So yeah, thumbnails getting better, titles getting better. But I sometimes miss, just talking like this. And I guess this is actually me having a day-to-day conversation, an everyday conversation, not like always talking into a certain topic but yeah, that gets views, and for some reason a part of me finds that important. Because that's keeping the channel alive and blah blah blah. I don't know. I still don't know. I see, let's say, a couple of different realities. I see the one reality where everybody is complaining about YouTube being demonetized, not getting enough views, dropping the views, and they have like 100,000 subscribers and their videos are being watched like 1 million times. Yeah. What is gained can be lost. What is given can only be received. that's a different perspective, right? Yeah. Hitting the nail on the head. Then there's small channels. Well, you would be surprised how many small channels there are. And it's the same in commerce. It's so obvious that the little man gets overrun by the big corporations. But yeah, everybody's trying to make a profit. It's the money system. The way I look at the money system, what I see is that the money system is always in between you and the customer, or between you and the provider. And just simply ask the question, what if we take the middleman out? What if we skip the money system? If we leave the whole money system out? Okay, so this restaurant, they love to provide people with food. Let's say there's a passion. And everybody can eat there just for free. But they have limited tables available. Not a lot would change. No. The only thing that they are worried about is like, yeah, but my supplier is still not willing to leave out the money system, the middleman. So I have to pay my supplier, and yeah, if my customers don't pay, then I can no longer keep my restaurant open. Okay, so find, let's just say, as an thought experiment, let's just say they also find providers who live by the same principle. So there's a baker and he loves to bake bread. There's a farmer, he likes to grow crops. There's a butcher, he likes to prepare meat. Someone else likes to feed his pigs and his cows and his other animals. So everybody does what they do with passion. I know it's a fantasy, but it's not a bad fantasy. It's actually a great fantasy. I mean, everybody living their passion, leaving the money system out, just giving out, sharing everything that they create, everything they produce. It's not that hard to fathom. It's not that hard to realize either. Start with mini communities. Start with like halfway. Let's say a self-sustainable mini community who produce enough or who create enough produce that they can also sell a bit of their produce. So they can live off the product, their own product, and they have like a surplus. And the surplus they can still buy stuff that they cannot grow themselves or provide for themselves. So it's like halfway, you know. And then there's another community who does the same thing. Let's say, for example, they need tools, and there's another community that are, you know, completely based on building tools, because they, you know, they have a lot of passion of building like, yeah, tools. Like make a hammer, make a saw, these things. Yeah, it was like in the Middle Ages. We had like all these guilds, all these groups of people who were good in their trade, and they would happily provide you with whatever you needed. And then this asshole started collecting taxes, and because people had to pay taxes, this is the idea how all of this started. I'm not even sure if that's actually what happened, but let's assume that is what happened. So like a king started collecting taxes, and because they had to pay taxes, they said, okay, listen, if you want my services, you have to pay for it because I have to pay taxes. That's how it all started. Stupid motherfucker king, asshole. Because what was the king providing? Yeah, safety. And now it's, this became like the big thing. Yeah, safety above all. Yeah. I think, and I predict, and I hope that AI and robotics are gonna make it possible to, so we no longer have to work every day because, all this labor has been taken over by robots, and we are free. We are free to do what we love to do.